Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today, I want to show you guys a pre-built PC that I just got in. This is the Skytech Gaming Shiva 2. Shiva 2? Did I say it right? Anyway, pre-built PC, I got it for a really good deal. So that's the reason why I got two of them, actually. It's for Christmas. So anyway, today I'm going to unbox this and let you guys see this thing. As you can see, I've already took it out of the box, but inside the box, you got yourself some power cords, obviously, probably some HDMI cords in here. Let me see. Let me open this up real quick. I see USB. Oh, mouse. You got yourself a Skytech gaming mouse right here. Yeah, looks pretty cool. And then there's a keyboard that came with it as well. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, hopefully it's a mechanical keyboard. I really didn't read up on this or care too much about the keyboard or the mouse. I mainly care about what the graphic card is. But we'll take a look at it anyway. So here's the keyboard. It actually looks pretty good. I wouldn't mind using this at all. Some functional LED stuff up on here and actually kind of slimmed, if you ask me. Yeah, right there. Nice braided cord for this. Anyway, let's get right into it. So I got this thing out of the box, and this is what it looks like. I mean, they got some foam inside of it, and this little nudge right here, you just open this up. This is kind of interesting. This is the glass door. There is a film on this glass door right here that I need to peel off, but I'm not gonna do that today because, like I say, it is a Christmas present. I'm just trying to make sure that everything works in here. I got the white version, by the way. This one right here, I'm trying to get a whole white setup for them, so that's the reason why I got this. So let's take the seal off. This is kind of interesting, the way they package this to protect it. I mean, it's literally molded to what's inside so that it keeps everything together. Because actually one of the package, the box, came with like a big old dent on the box. So I was a little worried about the PC itself. That foam right there. There's more foam inside of here. Spec-wise, this has an RTX 4070. That's the biggest major thing that I wanted to get for the kids. It does have a Ryzen 5700 in there. Yes. Anyway, the component inside of it, actually, it's all black. The case is white, but the component itself is all black, which to me is fine because when this thing glows, all you're gonna see is the RGB that's glowing and not the actual white component. Over here, I have a custom built PC. There we go. You can see right there. You see that there's white components inside of it, right? Well, whenever the RGB glows or the light inside of it glows, all you can see is those white component. And actually, I feel like I didn't want that this time around. So that's why I'm okay with the whole black component on this pre-built. If you're into aesthetic, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? The way they mount the radiator, I think it's good. They mount it up on the top and it goes down to where the cooler, the CPU cooler is. That's one thing I was actually looking at in the picture really closely to see if they mount it correctly, because some of them try to make it look really good and mount it on the front right here, right? But I think top mount radiator going to a CPU, I think that's a good choice. RTX 4070, it's an MSI, so it's a good name brand GPU. So it's not like, you know, aftermarket kind of thing, right? Anyway, so that's the gist of it right there, the internal that I really want to talk about. I'm going to hook it up and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with it powered on. So in terms of lighting, I just want to show you guys what the lighting looks like. So above here, you got some fan that has lighting, the back fan there, and then the front has 3 fans as well. It has lighting. And the super glassy CPU cooler there. 2 T-Force RAM, which by the way is installed properly. All right, so for some of you that care about components, looks like the SSD, the 1 terabyte SSD, that thing is from MSI. Graphic card, obviously MSI, because you see the name right there. RAM is by T-Force, which is a good brand for RAM. No problem there. Not sure what the cooler is from though, but that looks pretty cool with the little emblem right here. And I don't know where the fan is coming from. It just says Skytech on there, so it's probably their own aftermarket fans. So from the front, it looks pretty good. I actually have my light going right here. Maybe I should turn it off. That looks good. That looks really good. The top here has actually a little filter tray. You can press to remove. Yeah. So it goes down there. And then on the top, the front I/O, you got yourself a USB Type-C. There's one port there, 2 USB-A, and obviously the usual headphone and microphone jack. You got an LED button, which, you know, will let you kind of turn off and on the LED or change it, I'm pretty sure. There we go. So that's now like really cool white. Here's the red with rotating RGB. It's like a red alert type of thing. I like the fact that it changes the CPU cooling unit as well. So it changes the fan, CPU cooling unit, and the strips down here as well. So it's all hooked up. That's pretty nice right there. That's all green, and the blue, which is what I like. I'm sure there's a lot more configuration and things like that that you can control, like how fast the RGB is, but I'm not going to go into that kind of detail. But right now it looks like this is the breathing mode, where it just breathes real slowly. And that's the different color of breathing. Like this is a green one, this is a blue one. Okay, so it's just cycling through all the modes. And this is RGB, like every color under the spectrum right here. Looks pretty good. I mean, even on the front right here, it reflects off of the white, and that looks good right there. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where if you have white components, the RGB is just going to reflect off of it. And I think this is a good use of it right here. So this one right here is more of a different color RGB, where it's more, you see how it's running differently. Yeah, anyway, that's pretty cool right there. I'm glad that there's just a simple button up here that you can just swap. Again, I still have to remove this film right here in front. I think, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And closing it. That looks good now. Okay, so while things are getting set up right here, let me just show you some of the things that are going on back here. So first off, the 2 antennas that I was telling you guys about, that right there, you just install that thing in there. So it sticks out a little bit off of the PC, which looks kind of cool, to be honest with you. There are 2 USB-A port right behind it right there. So it may, you know, obstruct it a little bit, but there are 2 USB-A. Then down here, this is where I plugged in the 2 USB-A for the mouse and keyboard. And then you do not use that HDMI right there because you have your own graphic card, your own dedicated graphic card. Then there's a USB-C right there, along with a USB-A as well. I believe that's USB 3.0. So that's USB 3.0 right there. But then the ones on top of it, that's USB 2.0 because of the color, the different black and stuff like that. The blue one down here, the more USB, which is USB 3.0 again. Then you have yourself an Ethernet port right there, and then all your audio, mic port, and things like that goes in there. Then your graphic card. Your graphic card actually is pretty good. I'm using an HDMI port right now. Then you got yourself a display port over here. But if you unplug these little gem, you see there's more display port right there. Now you're probably wondering, oh, do you need that many port? Yes, your graphic card can actually support all of these, display port if you want to plug it all in. If you have 4 monitor, it will use all those ports because it's RTX 4070. It's pretty powerful, so it will support those things. Okay, then that's pretty much it. The power supply, I believe, is like a 650 watt. Yeah, 650 watt power supply. And you can kind of see it over here. I wish there was some kind of cool design over there for you to do, which you could probably add like a little sticker right there or something like that. Then on the top right here, you got yourself a magnetic mesh that, filter out all of the dust and things like that. I believe there's one at the bottom too, but I'm not going to flip it out. Yeah, there's one at the bottom as well. Okay, so last but not least, I just want to do a quick user benchmark testing for you guys so you guys can see like how fast this PC is so that you can make your determination if you should get one or not. Okay, so that's what it's doing right now. It's going at about 50% right now. And here's trying to test the GPU. Okay, so in terms of the benchmark, it uploaded to the site, and this is what you see right here. For gaming, 212%. Desktop, I'm not sure what that means, 109%, and workstation is 209%. That's the performance of this PC right here. Okay, so in terms of the test, I'm just going to read it out to you guys because I don't really want to show the screen. But in terms of the testing, the AMD chip, the Ryzen 7 5700X on there, they say it's actually 107% on the bench, and it's saying that it's outstanding. That's the score for it. The RTX 4070, which is it bench at 204%, which is saying it's also outstanding. And they're basically saying, and this is the quote right here for the graphic, 204% is a record-breaking 3D scores, and it's almost off the scale is what it's basically saying. So yeah, it's a fantastic graphic card on there. The SSD, it's saying that it's at 281%, outstanding. So it's saying it's really fast as well. I recommend you getting like more hard drive space, not SSD. I mean, if it's affordable, but get more so that you can install the games on an external, not external, but on a separate hard drive, and don't use the 1 terabyte because you want to reserve that for window tasks and things like that. Anyway, the memory kit, the team group memory kit, that one got a 92%, which is still outstanding. It says it's so between poor and great, 92% is like on the higher end of the of great, which is great is at 110%. By the way, this is not a bad mouse. I actually like the feel of it a lot. Very ergonomic. I would probably use this if it wasn't wired. I like my mouse wireless. But in terms of like RGB and things like that, I think it looks great. All right, guys, so that's it right there. That's the Shiva 2 from Skytech Gaming. I did purchase this with my own money, so it's not sponsored by them at all. I just wanted to buy a pre-built PC and just kind of do a video on it to show you guys. The last note that I want to add, though, to this thing, which is really like icing on the top, I was checking on all the bloatware and things like that. How laptop and PC, they like to add in more software that other vendors and stuff paid them to add on. I didn't see any bloatware. Yeah, I was looking through it trying to see if whatever I can uninstall, but all I saw was like Microsoft installed their own like Teams and things like that I didn't really care for, but that's really more of a window thing rather than a Skytech thing. So Skytech didn't really install anything extra other than what it needs to be. That's it. Yeah, just want to throw that out there. I hope you guys find this thing useful. I'm going to do more benchmark testing on this with gaming and stuff like that. So if you like that, let me know. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.